In this video, I am going to show you how to use Lightroom mobiles, especially the tone curve feature. So without wasting time, let's get started. So welcome to Lightroom mobile. This is a good looking image by its own, but I am still going to edit this image. This is the exposure channel, this is the red channel, this is the green channel, and this is the blue channel. The top portion of this image, the top portion of the curve section controls the highlights. The middle portion controls the midtones, this controls the shadows. And the most popular form of using the tone curve is adding an S curve, that's improving the highlights and decreasing the shadows. By doing this, you can add a lot of contrast to the image. The difference between the contrast slider and the tone curves is that you have a lot more flexibility while increasing and decreasing the highlights and shadows. And I would normally leave like this, but I still don't find this image to pop out of the screen. So what I am doing is that I am lifting the base so that we are getting that faded look. This is a famous technique used by famous photographers and popular photographers. This is a cool technique and it will improve the quality of your image. This gives a faded look and it looks almost famous. Similarly, I am adjusting the shadows for it and the highlights for it. Don't mess up with the top slider or anything, it doesn't look good. So I'll just keep it over there, and let's go to the red channel. Again, if you increase the reds will be increased on the total image. If you decrease, the turquoise color will look good. But I don't prefer the turquoise color in this image especially, so I'm going with the red. And on the shadows, if you give the turquoise color, it also looks good, but it doesn't look good on its own. So I am giving just a little bit of turquoise and going to the green channel. Of course, if you increase the green, you are increasing the green. If you are decreasing, you are adding magenta. So again, for the warmer looks, I generally prefer using magenta. And on the shadows, wow, this looks dramatic. And I'm going to the blue section. Can improve the blue, increase the blues, and if you bring down the slider, you are adding warmth to the image. So now for this image particularly, I'm adding a little bit of yellow to the highlights and again yellow to the shadows and little bit of yellow to the midtone so that this image looks more warm. Then going to the red and improving the turquoise and some final adjustments, because after adjusting everything you might not like the first adjustments. So I am adjusting the red a touch. I am going to the greens. Okay, this looks fine. And slight of blue. Okay. Slightly embracing. And this image looks totally fine. I love this image and this is even ready for Instagram. So click done and it's done. Maybe you can adjust the exposure if you want, but I prefer the slight exposure improvement. And for the sake of this tutorial alone, I am not adjusting any of these things except the tone curve. So let's go to the crop and go to the original and click 4:5 so that your Instagram crop is ready. Adjust the composition for the way you like. Okay, this looks good. And hit share and save to device, and one photo exported perfectly. And that's how you use the tone curves in Lightroom Mobile. And this is how I used to edit my photos in Lightroom. I hope you found this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you'll never ever miss any of my updates. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.